Dear God, I thank you for the gifts that you've entrusted in me. I pray those who hear this message be blessed with your favor. In your name I pray. Amen. I felt small, and it set me free. Dear family, do you remember a while back when Beck and I sailed south and ended up on the coast of Miami, Florida? It was a wild city. Many moving parts, businesses were everywhere, tourists, loud noises. But you know what? In spite of that chaos, the thing I found most intriguing was something that I whispered to Beck one morning. And she laughed at me for staring out into the endlessness every time we got coffee and stood at the shore. And she laughed because I have this tendency to look out the window and let my thoughts take over. She calls me Kermit the Frog, but she's not wrong. I'm sure it looks silly. See, many times when I stare out of the window, it's the wonder, the curiosity, the childlike adventure within me desperately seeking a thrill. They always said that life is what you make it, and I like to believe that I can make it whatever I want. And staring out into the world from a window, as the heat of my breath fogs my view from the inside, well, it allows me to imagine a world that knows no end, a world that's all good and some bad, a world that has hidden treasure in the miles traveled of personal discovery, where my wildest dreams may actually come alive. I get to search the depths of life for every question. I even occasionally ask God in that window, how far is too far? What is purpose? What actually can be? Because sometimes the focus on our daily life causes us to protect all that we are, but in hindsight, that only stunts our ability to see all we're capable of becoming. So in Miami, at the edge of what felt like forever, I looked out into the ocean and I saw no end, no beginning, no particular thing, just sunshine and endless water, curving the furthest depths, solidifying Earth's spherical shape. And that, it took my breath away. Because it made me realize how small and insignificant I am, and how small my decisions are in the grand scheme of things. And that little mistake that I made in my apartment in that small town, well, it made me realize that it really just doesn't matter. See, many of us think living safe and having all the answers is somehow an ode to living a great life. But that's a lie that we must start telling ourselves if we ever want to meet the person deep within us. I felt small. I felt insignificant. Dare I say, I felt free. And that gave me a level of confidence and comfort that I just can't explain to you. It made me feel bold enough to take more risk, to dream bigger, to wonder, and to be more curious. And I'll be the first to admit that I've suffered from main character energy in my own life far too many times. And we're family, so I'm gonna tell you like this. When we do that, it's not heroic or some self-love that the internet has led us to believe. It's narcissistic. That's to say the least. We go through our whole lives thinking that we're bigger than we are, more important and more significant to the world as a whole. But the truth is, we've gotten so narrow-minded that we can't see we're only giants in the world that we've created for ourselves. And when you're the most important thing, you believe that all your decisions matter. You believe that everything that you do has the weight of 12 tons and it impacts the world and everyone else in it. That's whether you verbalize it or not. So standing at the edge of forever pulled the false weights from my shoulders, the importance for my every decision, and it allowed me to hand myself over, to take a backseat in my own life, which unexplainably created a deeper hunger and fearless drive through my spirit. To put it bluntly, I tell Rebecca this: if we ruin our life as we know it, we probably think the world was over. But the truth is that if we squandered all our connections, ruined every relationship that we've built on business, and destroyed the perception of those around us to the point that no one would ever deal with us, well, standing at the edge of the shore that day made me realize this. Nobody cares. Life's not over. Just pack up and start again. And I know Grandpa's gonna hate this logic. But with all due respect, Grandpa, that is the point. I love you. Kiss Auntie for me. I'll talk to you later. Cousin Earl.